Hello guys, today I have a real nice review. This Junctek, or what they call it, Junctek, has come up with 4 new versions of the old something like this. And they have now sent me the 100 amp version to do a test and review. And let's see what's in the box, shall we? You get this nice display unit. This is not wireless like the old one, which was powered by USB or 12 volt. This is powered by a 3-meter long cord, which has this small telephone plugs on them. The display unit is then connected to this one, which is what they call it, measuring module. This module has several inputs. The top one is for the DC. You can have a 2-wire and 3-wire connection. We'll get back to that. And you have a data port for the computer. If you have the software for a computer, you can also control it by that. And you have the display port, which is for this one. And on the other side, you also have 3 ports. One is for the relay. The relay, 3 wires, relay control. You can use the relay to disconnect the battery or whatever equipment you have connected to this module. So if there is any alarms, we'll get back to that as well, the relay will then trigger. The middle port is for it's a 4-wire cable, and it is for the shunt itself. This is the 100 amp shunt. There is also 2 more shunts. I will show you a picture of them over here maybe. And the top one is for the temperature probe, which is also nice to have. So you can set the alarm and also trigger the relay if the battery gets too hot or something. On the back side of this measuring module, you can see there's a tiny switch. It has 2-wire and 3-wire options. In the manual, you can see here 2-wire option over here, yes, and then you have the 3-wire option with an external power supply over here. And there's also a manual included in the box. This is very tiny. It's very hard to read without glasses, at least if you are past 50. But on the website, you can download this one. And this one is excellent. It also describes every step very well, and it also has this very well explanation of how to do the app, which we also will get back to. That's all in the box. Let's do the wiring and see how it works. Okay, everything is wired up, and this is how it looks like when the first time you power it up. You can straight away see that the voltage is very accurate. This is the reference Fluke, which is a calibrated and trusted instrument. Let's start with a short introduction of this meter display. You have a lock symbol on top here. You can close that by holding this for 1 second, and then you lock the buttons. And if you press and hold for 1 second, it's open, and then you can access the menus. The on-off is for the relay output. You can turn it on off by just short press and press OK, and it goes to on. Short press, change by this, OK, goes to off. P01 is the address for a unit. If you use it to a computer, I don't know why this, but this is an address. Temperature on the probe. Let's see how that works. If you press it between your fingers, it should be, and here we go, 27, 28, 29, 30. That works excellent. This is the time since you put on the power for the first time. This one is the port on the back side. If it's something wrong with the cable, short circuit, you will get a red cross or something under this. Voltage, amperage, 2 hours, 2 arrows, which shows which way the amperage is going. Voltage and kilowatt hours, and the battery. This is no random because I have no battery connected. This is nothing. You cannot press anything on this. This is just for show. So let's connect the battery and see what's happened. What's happening? This one is the internal resistance of the battery. The lower the resistance, the better. This takes a while to trigger because they have to charge the battery for a while to make it, to find the resistance. This one is the elapsed ampere hour value. I'm not sure what this means, but maybe this is left of the battery. And this one, yes, ampere hour reminding. I'm not sure what it's used for, but we will figure it out. So, that was the discharge. Back on the charge again. And here we go. Then, let's start with the menus. First one, English. You press OK, and you can change it from English to Chinese. This one you can clear all current data. OK. And you can clear all other data. OK. And here you can put the ampere hour of the battery. Mine is 30. So, this one you can choose how much power you have in the battery. I don't know how much mine is, so I will leave it like this first. Brightness of the display. You can set it to almost nothing and up to 100%. For the video, it seems to be better to do it around here. There you have the low voltage protection. I would like to put mine on 12 volt. Sorry, there we go. And then you have the over voltage protection. I will put that to 14 volt, 14.6 actually, let's see. Like this. Then you have the over current protection. I will not put anything on that. And then you have the negative overcurrent protection. And this is the wattage protection, over wattage. And then you have the over temperature protection. If you use the probe and its battery gets close to 50 degrees, you will get a warning. So let's put it to 50. The recovery time is, if it's set to 0, if one of the alarms go off, of the protections, you will get the alarm you see over here, it will be red. And then, if it says 0 seconds, you will have to reset it manually by pressing the OK button and OK. If you put some seconds here, say 2 seconds. Then it will try to reset the alarm every 2 seconds. Standby time, that is for the display. If it's 0, it will never turn off. If you switch this to 1 second, it will go off in 1 second. If you do it 2 seconds, it will take 2 seconds to go off, and so on. Voltage calibration, that we can take a look at later. You can calibrate this voltage together with a reference instrument. It's very handy. And also, the current calibration can be done the same. It is like this. You have a plus, a minus way, and then 0, and then you go to plus. Temperature calibration. You take a reference temperature probe and measure with this one you have over here, and I know I have already done mine, so I know I need -1 to make it correct. Address, you can change the address. It was over here by switching on this one. Yeah. The delay time is also for the protection system. If it says 0 seconds, it will go into protection, also the output relay will go into protection straight away if there is something error. If you put it to 5 seconds, it will take 5 seconds for it to go into protection. This current ratio is for the system that has a Hall sensor. A Hall sensor, that is the one here when you put the cable through. Mine has this shunt, so it will not be used for me. This is for the Hall. See, monitor. This needs to be turned on if you shall use it on the computer software. So I leave it for off because I will not use any computer. Relay mode. Here you can choose what type of relay you have. This is normally open, or you can have it normally closed. And then restore all, and that was the last. The nice thing about this, that it has an app control, so you can do all this adjustment over the app as well. Okay, let's go quickly through the app. The app is over here, volt ampere, and it's called KG. And here we go. The first thing that catches our eye is this big battery, the 2 gauges. The battery has a socket. When you are charging the battery, now it's on charge, and you can see the green dots or a snake go into the battery. Here it shows the current, here it shows the current, voltage, voltage. If you put it to discharge, it will switch to load, and a blue snake is going through and to the load. And you change here to blue, blue, blue. So let's go back. Charging, green, green, and green. You can adjust the gauges, which is very handy. You can adjust the gauge lowest point and the gauge highest point. So if you put in 0 to 120, you will get reading from 0 to 120. I want mine from 8 volt to 16. There. And then it goes from 8 to 16. You can also calibrate the voltage. This is, say, 100. It's the same as 0 point here. Then you have plus and minus. So if let's set it on max, we'll see the voltage jump up. You get over voltage protection. And if we go back to 100, which is a 0 point, then you see the voltage. And the over voltage will go off after 5 seconds, because we put it on 5 seconds in the software. Yes? temperature probe, you can click on that and then you can adjust the probe, calibrate it. You can current cleaning, zero the current. And you can clear data. This is just the time elapsed since you connected. These three bars down here is the same as this one. You can adjust the amperature, the amp hour of the battery. Mine was 30. And you can read it over here. You can flick through the menus, the sides, by doing so, or you can click up here. Oh, let's see, like this. But it's easier to do this. Here you have the curves, the amperature. This one is for the ampere. Start on 0, negative ampere and positive ampere. This is for the volt, 0 volt to 120 volt. Voltage, you can remove the curve if you don't like them. We'll also get the reading down here. Current curve is the same. Remove it. Here you have a history. Yeah. You can export the curves if you like to document. Custom export. And then custom check. You can set the time range. Yes. Then you have all the protections: over voltage, low voltage, over current, over temperature. You also have a firmware upgrade button. If you press that one, you will get a circle that spins around, and nothing will happen. But to do the firmware upgrade, you have to disconnect the temperature probe. And then use a metal object, like a screwdriver, and short circuit the 2 pins. Then the lamp will be solid, and then you can press the firmware upgrade. And you will need a pin, and it says 000, so then 000, okay. And then you also will see that this one starts to flicker, and the software will be downloaded, firmware. You see a curve over here. It should take about 1 minute. And here you can see upgrade success. And here you also have the software version. You also have a quick link to the website if you press that one. Look at that. Amazing, eh? You can choose English. And then you get the product, technical support. If you like to download the manual, I found it here somewhere. Here you have the download system. Then click more. Oh, well, it works better on the computer. Okay, then back to the app, and here we go again. And that's it, mainly. You see we have lost the probe because of the disconnected. Now we can connect it back. The temperature is back on 23 degrees. Here you have the calibration as well. Yeah. Okay, now let's take a look at the amperage. How this is working. I will put on some load here. And you see the low voltage protection kicked in because the voltage was below 12 volt. But the ampere is discharging. It looks pretty accurate. So maybe not No need to calibrate the unit. Okay, that's it. The excellent voltage current meter from Junctek. It's also controlled by an app, if you like. I find that very useful, easy to control and adjust the parameters. So, yeah, I will provide links for parts as usual down below to the Aliexpress shop, and if I find it on Amazon, I will provide links for that as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.